Okay, so don't yell at me, but I literally forgot that Star Wars Celebration was started today. Okay, I was watching the Ahsoka trailer. I was like, wow, this came out of nowhere. And then I saw the trailer for this, which we're going to be talking about right now, and the news that came out, which I thought was a rumor at first. Like, I woke up today, I was like, oh, that's got to be a cool rumor. We'll talk about that news next in the next video, but I swear to God, guys, I didn't think that it was I thought Star Wars Celebration started next month. I thought it was in May. I didn't realize it was this week. Okay, I'm an idiot. You people seem to forget that. I can be stupid sometimes. So, better late than never. Let's talk about Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. I'm really excited for this movie. This is one of the movies I'm most excited for this year. Still, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse is my number one, but this was in my top 10. At least I think it was. It's been a while since I posted that video. Indiana Jones Dial of Destiny, I was interested in because, you know, I'm always a sucker for an Indiana Jones movie that isn't Crystal Skull, and I even got more interested when they announced James Mangold would be directing. James Mangold has directed some of my favorite movies as of late. The Wolverine, Logan, Ford v Ferrari, which I loved that movie. It's just, like, I haven't gone back to it because it's so long. That movie is so, like, I felt my ass fuse into the seat through osmosis in the theater. It was so long. Anyway. So, I really enjoyed this, I really enjoyed those movies. And Mangold, yes, I know, he has done some stinkers. Every director has. Let's get over it. But when they said James Mangold was going to be doing Indiana Jones, I was like, oh, that guy's kind of perfect. It's, an old aging hero into the twilight of his years, going on one last adventure with a young female protagonist. Wow, I feel like I've seen this before, but it had claws and blood everywhere. Yeah. So, this movie we now know what it is. And then we kind of figured out, again, I kind of have not been following the trailer descriptions for the movie descriptions for these, but this trailer more or less points out what is going on. And that is the whole thing about, this whole thing is about this thing called the Dial of Destiny, which is a thing that can alter timelines, and it's time travel, which, again, I know people are already complaining, oh, time travel, okay, that's so dumb. Really? The Ark of the Covenant didn't break the illusion of movies for you? So I think this is kind of cool. Mads Mikkelsen as a villain in this film, that's awesome. And oh, I forget his name, but he was in, most of you guys would know him best. He played Donald Pierce in Logan, and I forget that actor's name, but I'm always excited to see him in stuff. He's one of those actors where I'm like, hey, you're here, that's awesome. And it looks like he's going to be one of Mangold's go-to actors, which I'm totally fine with, honestly. So that's I think this is going to be going to be Harrison Ford's last movie as Indiana Jones. It's very obvious that they're kind of building it as the final here's the thing. I don't mind if they do stuff in the Indiana Jones universe, just don't recast Indy or anything. I feel like we've done this whole thing of digging the well too much, so I feel like it really wouldn't hurt to just move on to other characters in this universe. I know they're doing spin-offs already. I know they've announced like a few spin-offs already with this in the Indiana Jones universe for Disney Plus. But I'm kind of like, I don't need to go back to Indy after this. I feel like when Harrison is done, we're done. And I know he said like I'm not going to come back to this, but then I was like, even Harrison Ford has been like really excited about this movie. Like, he even broke down in tears about this movie. It was kind of heartwarming. Also, I love the last about last year's. I think it was D20. I think it was supposed to be D23 or last Star Wars Celebration, where the actor who played Short Round, who just won a support. I cannot pronounce his name, so Simeon Kwan. I don't want to disrespect him by mispronouncing the name, but the actor played Short Round. He got an Oscar recently for Everything Everywhere All at Once, and I'm going to sideway the story because I thought it was just the cutest goddamn thing ever, where he went to go see Indy in the backstage for, again, I can't remember if it was last year's Star Wars Celebration or D23, but he was in the back room, and Harrison noticed him, and he pointed to him. He's like, "Oh God, he thinks I'm bothering him, and I'm just gonna make him mad." And then Harrison comes up and goes, "Were you Short Round, right?" And he replied with, "Yes, Indy." And they both cried and held each other in their arms. I was like, "That's so fucking beautiful." and I did see the picture when he won that Oscar, and Harrison came up and hugged him. Oh, so I do hope he shows up in this film. I really do hope he has like a cameo in this film. Or I would not be opposed to an adult short round, doing stuff in as a spin-off. I think that would be kind of fun. Like focus on all he's living in China or somewhere in Asia, and we're kind of following Asian and Japanese myths and relics and stuff, because there's a whole ton of shit we haven't really explored on the other in terms of Asian mythology. So I think that'd be kind of cool, and use his character like he was inspired by Indy, and he goes out and does stuff. So I think that'd be really cool. I know I haven't really talked much about the movie other than it looks cool. The trailer doesn't really give us much other than it's okay to punch Nazis. Remember, folks, it's not okay to hit people unless they're Nazis. Then swing away. Anyway, I'm excited for this movie. That's all I can really say. It looks fun, and I can't help but the musical cue of the Indiana Jones theme always makes me go, yeah, you go, Indy. Anyway, so I'm just gonna shut up. So you guys tell me in the comments below, what did you guys think of Indiana Jones, The Dial of Destiny second trailer? All right, did you guys like it, hate it? Comment below, let me know. Other than that, hope you all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.